G'day guys, welcome back to Subnautica. Hope you guys are doing well. Goodness me, it is Friday night and it's been a super long week. I'm so happy to be playing Subnautica right now. Goodness me. You know guys, was it the previous episode or the episode before that? But we just had a chat about Subnautica 2 and the fact that there's like a teaser or whatever. As soon as I said that, like I think it was like the next day or something like that, I saw that there was a new Subnautica trailer, and yeah, I gave that a watch. Very interesting indeed. So obviously the game's looking much nicer, very spiffy indeed. I'm sort of a little bit worried if I do play that game and whether or not I'm actually going to be able to have some decent recording file sizes, because recording even this version of Subnautica is, you know, it takes a lot of hard drive space, let's just say that. Like, a lot of my recording sizes are like 100 gig for each episode. But anyway, yeah, that trailer looks kind of interesting. We saw 2 divers in the trailer, and I'm wondering whether or not that means that it's focusing on multiplayer, or perhaps maybe has a multiplayer element, which, I mean, arguably this game does have a multiplayer element to it, if you sort of think about the way the capsules work. But yeah, I hope they don't just focus on multiplayer though, because that'd be a bit disappointing, because the writing and the story in this game is fantastic. So I'm hoping that they do Subnautica 2 some justice, and you know, hopefully they write like a really compelling story for that game as well. I don't know much about Below Zero. Again, I think the sentiment is not as positive, but who knows, it could be good. What are we doing in this episode? Well, we did spend a lot of time building in the previous episode, and, you know, it doesn't mean that I'm not going to do some building in this episode. I know I missed doing the Cyclops, but I figure we break things up a little bit and try to look at things that we've not seen before. So life pod number 2 is something that we just learnt about, so there should be a signal for that one, and it's 500 meters below sea level. That should be relatively easy to get to. But we do have a couple of other life pods that we haven't found, right? So I'm really curious to see if we can actually get ourselves to those life pods and, you know, solve the mystery of where they have landed, essentially. Because, yeah, at the moment, I think we stumbled across life pod number 6. But then I feel like we were supposed to find life pod number 4 before we found life pod number 6, but yeah, we kind of did it back to front, almost. So I'm gonna see if I can reattempt to look for life pod number 4. I believe it's number 4 that we were trying to look for. Based on life pod number 6's position. I know it's supposed to be on the surface of the ocean, based on the camera imagery, but when we last looked, we didn't really see anything out there. It might be a good idea to go back during the daytime though, because, granted, I think the last time I was there was trying to look around at night. Yeah, I can't really recall visiting this side of the map, so I'm not sure if perhaps maybe there are some wrecks and stuff that we haven't seen. Ooh. Have we been here before? I almost feel like I'm gonna have to start putting some beacons down at some wrecks to indicate whether or not we've been to certain places. Anyway, let's have a quick look. And it, I don't know, seems kind of familiar, although this door is closed, so we are likely visiting somewhere new, I think. I do believe all of the doors that we have opened stay open, unless we close them. Oh, that reminds me, we do need to try and build the different cannon, the repulsion cannon. Okay, this just takes us back out. Maybe something hidden away in here? Crossing my fingers. Oh, I've got the wrong tool out. Silly me. Yeah, I mean, it is the weekend, guys. It's a Friday, so I am having a nice bevy here, so, you know. But I do generally limit myself to about one a day, even on the weekends. I only have it on the weekends as well. So, as much as I do enjoy a nice, refreshing drink, I don't like going overboard. Been there, done that, when I was much younger. And, yeah, not for me anymore, that lifestyle. I think my liver is thanking me for it. Right. So, what can we find down here? I'm just concerned about coming across, well, predators, really. I mean, what the hell is that? Oh, it's one of those floaty things. Oh, okay. I thought that was much bigger than I initially thought it was. And because there are a few reefbacks around here, I'm assuming this place is still relatively safe. Now, one thing that we do need to work on is the containment unit. Or the alien containment unit. And we're gonna need quite a bit of quartz for that. We did start looking for quartz in the previous episode, and I think we have quite a bit in the prawn suit, but I will sort of come back to that a little bit later. Since we just spent so much time building, I figure, you know, we should just mix things up a little bit. Oh, hang on. I see those bloodvine roots. So, yeah, we're actually not far from the previous biome. Which kind of concerns me.
Erosion patterns on the land masses suspended here suggest they once floated on the surface.
I wonder if she's suggesting that we might find some structures or something like that on it that may have been constructed while it was in the open air or something. I don't know. Oh, we're getting very close. Let's just dive down. And since we're here, and we can, I'm just double checking that we're not, you know, in danger or anything like that. No signs of warpers or anything like that here. It's actually quite nice. I will grab a few of these. And how are we doing for space? Not looking so hot. Maybe I want to give it a bit of a rest. Because we might find some stuff in the life pod. Oh yes, and we've confirmed that we are literally the sole survivor now. Since, you know, whatever those... Oh, what? Did I just see something there? Holy. I'm not sure if it was just a school of fish or something completely different, but anyway. Oh god! Okay, yeah, alright. Okay, one of these guys. Oh, that scared the crap out of me. So, that Kraken alien looked pretty diseased to me. Gonna park there. And yeah, I just want to make sure that we don't get the sea moth destroyed. Because obviously the sea moth's critical.
New blueprint acquired.
Cyclops depth module.
Integrating new PDA data.
Flotation devices failed.
We're flooding. Evacuate.
Wait. I can reconfigure the O2 system to act as a bilge pump.
It's working.
Okay, good news. We're alive and we've stopped sinking.
Bad?
The oxygen's going to run out in 30 minutes and we're 500 meters down.
What do we do?
We'll have to use the remaining juice to send a distress call and build whatever gear we can. Then we find a way to the surface.
Yeah, I guess they didn't manage to succeed. I mean, don't really know what got them. It's between the eels and the krakens, or perhaps maybe the warpers. Alright. I don't exactly see anything here that's worthwhile. I feel like I could be, like, missing stuff. But since I do have the space now, and, you know, there's nothing for us to pick up, I may go for some deep shrooms. Because that should help us with making some of the stuff that we're needing to make.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Sweet. Okay. Yeah, that was not bad. Not bad at all, but I am going to want to go back home at this point, and there is another thing that I would like to do in this episode, and that is to obtain a bulbo tree sample, because I accidentally ate the last one. So when I'm feeding myself, I just need to be a little bit more careful. But yeah, I'll go home first because I sort of need to put down a whole bunch of stuff, and hopefully that should enable us to just pick up a whole bunch more stuff. I'll look for life pod number 4 at the same time as going to Rendezvous Island. It is kind of in the opposite direction, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong. And you know what, I am sort of thinking that it might not be a bad idea for us to maybe untag the cameras now. And the reason for that is, well, most likely we're either leaving the Seamoth or the prawn suit back at home, so we should be able to navigate towards it. But not only that, we do have the Neptune platform, rocket platform, excuse me. Okay, now that we're here, one of the first things that I do want to do is I'm sort of curious to see if I can try to plant, like, some of this stuff. Like, can I get the blood oil in there? Do I need to cut it up or something? No, maybe it will grow like those vines. So... yeah, okay, blood vine. So, we'll be able to get our own blood oils, or blood oil pustules. What about the deep shrooms? And... not to mention, I could perhaps... you know, maybe... ooh, okay. That released some kind of acid or something. But I could perhaps maybe also plant some of the other shrooms that we find closer to the surface, like the acid shrooms. That doesn't seem like a bad idea to me. But yeah, we should be able to get a few more materials by doing all of this growing on the outside.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay, so a bit of work. Let's... oh yes, that's right. I've got the fabricator set up in here now, and yeah, I'm not a fan, to be honest, but unfortunately we're gonna have to live with this for a little bit. I may do a bit of shuffling maybe in this episode as well. We'll have a think about what to do. Make like one titanium, we'll keep that. And is there anything else I want to make? I know we need like 4 glass, so I'll have to sort of come back to all of that. I may chuck glass in here. Blood oil. Just trying to remember if I've got any spare. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, I've got so much gold. We'll throw it in the random one. Deep shrooms. You know what? I'll keep the blood oil pustules together. So yeah, that doesn't seem too bad. Okay, so we are now off to Rendezvous Island. I just can't remember if we still have the location for the rendezvous point. No, okay, it's not in the list anymore. That's a real shame, actually. Because we do probably have a need to go back there occasionally. I mean, we could go to the the enforcement platform and find some bulbo trees there, but I don't know, I still would like to be able to get back to that location. Let me pick up just a tiny bit of copper there, and I am going to make myself a beacon. And... oh, okay, I guess a beacon needs something else? No, that's right. It's just looking in the wrong place. I do not need that right now. And we need a little bit of fuel. So let's just chuck all of this in. Make sure we guarantee ourselves some power. There we go. Okay, so first things first. I think Rendezvous Island. I know it's where some of those big, like, gassy, floaty things are. I'm just trying to remember which direction that is exactly. Rendezvous. No. Codes and clues. No, I don't think so. I think it's one of these ones. Okay. It says attached coordinates, but I don't think we can see that anymore. Oh, hang on. I'm sorry. Here we go. Yep, there is a coordinate for it. Thank goodness. Otherwise I was gonna have to look around. So one thing that I was sort of thinking about is perhaps maybe if there is some other plants there that we would try to maybe grow back in our base. Possibly not even stuff that's too useful, but, you know, decorative plants like flowers and stuff. So I'm sure we can, like, take some samples. Okay, so since we're going to be on dry land for a little bit, I will take our fins off, and yeah, I'm hoping we'll be able to sort of move around a little bit better without the fins. Yeah, even stuff like this, the pink caps, I mean, they don't really look as nice, but... Here we go. Voxel shrubs. There we go, got quite a few of the seeds. But let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Let's make sure that we get what we actually came here for, which are the bulbo trees. I just really need the one sample, don't I? Alright, and I'm gonna very shortly, or very quickly, rather, look around for other stuff that might look nice. A speckled rattler. Sure. I think, if I'm not mistaken, judging by the entry for the speckled rattler, is that you could use that to distract enemies, maybe? Like those stalkers in particular. So if you chuck a rattler, they might actually try and go for that instead. I don't know about bigger enemies though, and whether or not we would be able to attract bigger enemies.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright, not too bad. We didn't get too much, but we got what we need. And now, off to life pod number 6. I should actually just untag that. And I guess we don't need to go back to the Degassi habitat, so that can be blue now. And life pod number 2 as well, I think we can get rid of that. Life pod 19, yeah, okay, I'll get rid of that as well, because we've got the beacon for the pathway, so we should be able to get to where we need to go back to the fossil. And look at how dark this place is. Ridiculous. Makes me really, really nervous, actually. There we go. I feel a lot better now that we see some kind of a landmass, you know? Even though it is underwater. Yeah, the trailer for Subnautica 2 makes me wonder whether or not it is actually set on the same planet or not. That part is really unclear, but I mean, if this is, you know, a water-based planet, then I suppose it's not inconceivable that it could be set on a different part of the planet somewhere, you know? And that's what I assume is going on with Subnautica Below Zero, because, you know, that's like sort of an icy and snowy themed version of the game. Which means perhaps maybe that's set like in one of the poles or something? Potentially. Should I gather up one or two of these things? Someone did mention in the comments that you can literally cook fish using your thermoplate. So that's kind of cool. I didn't realize that. But you could essentially never run out of food, provided that you want to eat fish constantly. And you don't have to keep going back to base to find food. So, you know, if we're really, really struggling and we want to continue exploring without having to go back, we just cook the food on the spot, really. But I suppose thirst would still be a problem, so you can't just permanently be away. But it might be easier to just like try and carry water instead of having to worry about bringing food all the time. There is a bit of a risk though, I would say, because if you go to a place that doesn't really have a lot of, you know, edible fish, for instance, then you could be in a bit of trouble. Okay, so we do have life pod number 6. I am going to review again the clues to see if we can actually identify where to go. Data downloads, codes and clues, life pod number 4, transmission origin, and it did say... I think life pod 6 is saying that it's about 400 meters west-northwest of the of this life pod, right? So so east northeast, is it? West northwest. Yeah, so technically 400 meters that way you should be able to find it, I think. Then the other clue is 150 meters northwest of the Aurora's port midsection. Again, I can try and search for this thing on the surface of the ocean, since there's still some daylight. I do not see it anywhere. I'm thinking it might be in this biome, because we haven't really been to this biome that much. We know it's quite a peaceful one. There are plenty of rays and stuff. So let's have a look. Yeah, this is sort of the position, right? If you look at the picture. Angle-wise, I think not quite. But if it was still on the surface of the ocean, we would have seen it by now. Yes. Let's go directly beneath us. And I'm gonna look around in that area. Crossing my fingers, hopefully we'll be able to find it, but... Oh, hang on, what's this? Oh, nothing. Cyclops hull, I think we already have that. big chunk of lithium there. I do see a very big wreck, which we may or may not have been in already. I think we have been in this one. But you guys can let me know if that's not the case. Yeah, okay, this is eel territory. So west-northwest, right, is the position of Life Pod 6 against Life Pod 4. 400 meters west-northwest of Life Pod 4's last known location. Yeah, 400 meters. So if I just continue this way until we get to roughly 400 meters on life pod number 6. Or the beacon, at least. So really, it should be around here somewhere. Oh my god, is that it? It was on the surface of the ocean after all. Okay. Oh yeah, okay, it's overturned. Right. Well, if it weren't for that radio signal, you know, like, as soon as we saw this, we're like, definitely these people are dead. Well, I mean, there's a big old hole in the hull as well, so... Creature decoy. Interesting. First aid kit. That's not very exciting, is it? Oh, I was gonna say, is there a PDA?
Integrating new PDA data.
My goodness, that took a very long time to find. So, Aurora survivors, Life Pod 4 crew log.
Landed in area of significant alien activity. Encountered predators in the Leviathan class, highly aggressive. Spectroscope scanner assigned species designator Reaper. One specimen attempted to swallow the life pod, doing extensive damage in the process. Only viable option is to make for the safety of the Aurora crash site. I have retrieved a data box with the creature decoy and enough resources to fabricate a couple of them. The swim's longer than the decoy lifetime, but it should just be enough to keep them busy. If you don't find me on board the ship, presume I miscalculated.
Jeez, okay. Leviathan class predators. I mean, we've seen some scary looking things over in that direction. Haven't really seen anything around here. Of course there are some batteries here. Of course. Right. Well, I'm satisfied with what we've found. Isn't there one more life pod that we are yet to come across? Actually, I want to put a beacon here. just in case we ever need to come back here for whatever reason. So, yeah, since we've got a beacon set up already or crafted already. So life pod 4. Perfect. Alright. Good. Mystery solved. Let's see. Yeah, as I said, I think there's still one more. If we go back to... yeah, codes and clues. So we found life pod 6 and 4. Then there's life pod 7. God knows where this is. Crew reported problems with their onboard fabricator sunk to 200 meters in an area of low ecological activity. Transmission origin approximately 1 kilometer southwest of the Aurora's stern section. Stern. I'm not very good with ship terminology, but stern, isn't that the rear? Or is it another part? I'm gonna have to look up my my ship terminology between episodes, guys, and I'll come back to that problem later. But yeah, we should have more stuff to do though back at home, because I would like to try and get that alien containment unit. And from there, we should catch some peepers, and we'll try and breed some peepers for an additional source of sustenance. Right, and I also need to start thinking about what to do next after we finish at our home. I'm thinking the orange tablet is what we want to try and play around with, so definitely need to get us back to the giant fossil. Shouldn't be too hard to do. I probably want to just prepare for that journey though. So make some food and stuff. Oh yes, that's right. We do have the samples that we've collected. I might do that shuffle around, as I said, guys, and see if we can get that done. Might grab that and we'll recharge that.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright, okay. So, let's make way for our beautiful bulbo tree. Oh, that's right. I did say that I wanted to do a shuffle around. Maybe I can at least do the grow beds, but I might need to wait until the bulbo tree is mature before I can actually move stuff. So, that's fine. Oh, yes, that's right. I totally forgot about the charge fins. No wonder we were moving around a little bit slower than I would like. Another spare battery. We are keeping batteries somewhere here, right? Okay. Let's do those grow beds, actually. So that's the exterior one. Just need the interior style. It's not exactly a style, it's a version. Let's go with titanium. Got a bit of titanium here as well. Might need all of it, so I'll just grab it. Yeah, so grow bed there. I wonder if I could put maybe a grow bed here as well, but I'll need to move stuff around. Which I'm fine in doing. Probably not the best use of the planter with the voxel shrubs, but my idea is that once we have quite a few of those voxel shrubs, we should be able to, again, cut them down and then plant them in like some of the smaller planters, like these pots, so we can decorate them around the place. Just an idea. We do need the quartz, so let's see if we can go fetch all of that. Convert most of this to glass, and... do we need quartz for anything else aside from glass? I guess we could have a need for quartz, or unprocessed quartz. So let me just tuck a few away for safekeeping, and... yeah, let's make this glass that we need. So, I think it's 4 pieces of glass that we need. Or was it more? Anyway, we've got a little bit. Containment unit. Here. So, I'll place that right there. Yeah, I don't know if we actually have 4 glass or not. We do have a bit of titanium, I think.
Aquariums provide an ideal opportunity to study alien fauna up close. Select carefully which life forms you bring on board. They may also be studying you.
Okay. But how do I, like, get the fish in there? Do I access that from the outside, maybe? No. Hang on. I think I might have read something about it. 1 second. Add a hatch to enter. Okay, right. I can't just simply have just that. So quartz and titanium. Luckily we have both. I'm thinking of maybe adding that hatch, like, on the back. Something like this. That way, yeah, it's sort of out of the way of any of the entrance points. And, yeah, we can clearly see all the things that are in here. I'm gonna need to figure out what kind of fish and stuff that I want to put in there, but... and yeah, I'm thinking maybe this is the corner that I will use for... my fabricator. Can I... I'm just thinking, can I get this thing moved? And perhaps maybe that'll afford us a little bit more storage space. But if I move this to... Oh... Let me get rid of the radio. Can I put it in this corner? Or is it going to be too much of a tight squeeze? Yeah, okay. That's in the way. Nope. Huh. Alright. So in hindsight, perhaps maybe the grow bed should have been shifted slightly to the left to accommodate more space for something in the middle here. Bit frustrating. But I think I am going to try and do that, which means that temporarily I'm going to keep the radio set up somewhere in here. Do we seriously not have enough space? Oh, okay. I can put it there. And maybe I should do the same thing for the fabricator. Maybe the fabricator can go in the corner. I don't know if it'll fit, but we can most certainly try to fit it in there. Nope. Yeah, I can get a fabricator like right here. Maybe this is like just a temporary setup. At least it's closer to all of the storage and stuff, so that's a plus. And we've got a bit of quartz here. Oh no, sorry, I've used the quartz. Bit of titanium. Let me throw that in here. Cool. Alright, so what we want to plan for though is that journey to the fossil area. And to do that, well, we're gonna need a bit of water. I could cook the fish along the way, but I'm just not entirely confident that we'll find some fish when we arrive at our destination. So it could potentially still be a good idea for us to maybe cure some fish. So let me go out and let's see if we can grab a few live peepers. Yeah, we do need a few, don't we? To keep us going. Grab a boomerang. Or two. Man, slippery bugger. Okay, so we should be ready. I'm just trying to think of whether or not there's anything else we want to try and get done. Aside from
Welcome aboard, Captain.
preparing. I need some salt. So, just 4 piles. That should let us cure everything. Okay, we're sort of ready to go. But before we do, maybe... I was thinking maybe we want to tidy up the prawn suit, but it seems like the prawn suit is actually empty, so maybe we don't need to do that after all. Okay. Can I already get a sample out of the bulbo tree? No. Yeah. I don't want to go just yet, guys, just because I feel like we are running out of time in this episode. So I'm gonna focus a little bit more on the interior of our base. And I do need more titanium, of course. As usual. Always running out of stuff.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Right, gonna go for more scraps. Oh, I've just remembered now, though. We do need some specimens, right? To go into the containment unit. Oh my god. Get away from me. Get away from me. Yeah, right. That's actually not a bad haul already, so I'm just gonna take this home and see if we can convert that to titanium. I do have some duffel bags in the way of where I want the planter to be, though, so I'm gonna need to do a bit of shuffling there. Not here. Yep, so pick that up, and yeah, we'll grab all of this. I don't think I have the space for that. Yeah, no. So, duffel bags. I'm thinking we could probably add some more duffel bags here when we eventually move some of the bigger things out of the way. So I'll just place that there for the time being. I know it's in the way, but that's sort of by design, just to remind myself that it needs to be moved again. But yeah, so, whoops. That's sort of what we want there, and then with the titanium that we now have, we should hopefully be able to squeeze in that. Just over there. Will that be in the way, though? I mean, very good question. Maybe I simply cannot have what I want. Oh, no, it looks possible. In fact, I could perhaps move this grow bed a little bit more to the left. Can I place that? No, okay, I can't because something's already in the way. I was sort of thinking about whether or not I can just like put the outline down and not finalize it until later. That's the wrong type. This is what I want. So that looks good, I think. Just want to confirm that it will definitely fit. Yeah. Good. Alright. So, definitely gonna have to move this grow bed again. Which I guess I should be able to do right away. Provided I can make a little bit of space in my inventory here. So, let's just do titanium. And we'll throw that there. And yeah, I know I just grew all of this stuff, but I think it's all gonna have to go. We want samples of this. If I can actually reach, that'd be nice. Can I? I'm just gonna have to cut this down, to be honest. Can I take them out from here? No, okay. Or can I simply deconstruct? I can. But yeah, the voxel shrubs, yeah, have now disappeared. Yeah. That's a shame. So I might need to go out and get it again. That's right, it's not really a priority. I'll do it some other time. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So let's get these grow beds in, and I will transfer across the water filter. Yeah, and then I'm gonna have to sort of move across stuff that we want to grow. Let's put that in. Cool, and do I want to start planting some stuff? I guess I need to wait for the bulbo tree to completely mature first before I even start, because I need like a couple of samples. But once we get everything organized, everything should be looking really, really good for us in terms of, you know, growing indoor plants. I need some fish, but I think that's going to have to wait until the next episode. This is where we're going to call it, guys. Leave a like or a dislike or a comment or two down below. Stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.